Hello, everybody. My name is Kamar, and today we'll be reviewing our 19th installment of season 3 of Bubble Guppies, aka our first holiday special of this season. Season 3, episode 19, Gobble Gobble Guppies. In this episode, it's harvest time at the Pirate Lobster's pumpkin patch after Molly and Gil meet him and his turkey Giblet. On the way to school, they get the class talking about what happens in fall. Now, I really enjoyed this episode. I really did. Fun fact about me, I um I actually watched this episode when it first aired. I actually remember watching it at my grandmother's house, which is the second time I have a specific memory watching a first airing of a new episode of Bubble Guppies. The first one was of Happy Holidays, Mr. Grumpfish, which is actually ironic because that's also a holiday special. So, yeah, overall, this whole episode, I love its vibe. It's just so cozy. I love to watch it every single year during Thanksgiving. It's just very cozy to me. I really like it. So our episode starts with Molly and Gil. Actually, they're not swimming to school. When we first see them, they're collecting leaves, which is something I love doing back in elementary school. I love doing that, and I love the little sweaters. It's so cute. Also, we're gonna get some more weather like attire in our next episode, so I can't wait for that one. And they're both picking out leaves, and then they hear a gobble of a turkey, and we get to see the pirate captain again from our season 2 premiere, X Marks the Spy. And then he reveals that his turkey's name is Giblet, and then he shows him his pumpkin patch. And Bubble Puppy, he tries to chomp at one of the leaves, and he says, "It's not ready yet, you salty dog." And he said it's gonna be ready pretty soon. It's harvest season, so that means all the food over the year is ready to get picked. And he said that he loves this time of year, and so do I. And so do I. And he said pretty soon you guys will be able to pick out your pumpkins. Pick out your pumpkins. And then when Molly and Gil head to school, they pretend to be turkeys outside the classroom. Mr. Grouper saying, "Hey, who let those turkeys in here?" And then Gil actually collected some leaves and put them in his backpack, and he's able to hand one to Goby. And he explained that it's finally it's fall and it's harvest season. And Mr. Grouper and Nani explained that fall is a time of year. It's a season where when the leaves start changing color. And then we have our question segment of what happens in the fall. Like when it gets cold, you're gonna need a jacket. The leaves start changing different colors, and certain foods you get to pick. You get to pick like pumpkin, and then you can make pumpkin pie. And Dima saying, "Fall sounds delicious," which it sure does. And then we have our pop song, "The Leaves Are Falling." I absolutely love this song. It's so calming. I love it so much. I love it. And the leaves are falling, falling down. Come on, leaves are falling down. Oh, I love that crunching, rustling sound of my feet upon the ground. And the leaves are falling down, falling, gently drifting leaves, falling, dancing in the breeze, falling from the tree, falling down, 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 down. It's just so calming. I love it. I love it. I love it. And our our shop segment, which Dima, she's hosting like a reality cooking TV show, those type of things you would see on like that will air like around the block, like during the block, like on the weekdays, like those type of segments where it's like Good Morning America. It's hard to explain, but I love watching those type of shows with my grandmother when they're cooking. When they're cooking and so I also love that. And Dima saying things like, we have a special guest, a Gobi, and he says that setting the table is a great way to be helpful. And oh, I forgot to mention her little show is called Dima's Diner. Just it's so cute. I love it. If any of the Guppies were to get a little TV show, it would be her. I'm being for real here. And he explains that setting the table is a great way to be helpful. And I absolutely love where he says, he made up a song to remember where everything goes on the table, which I love that. Which I love that. And would you believe me, after watching this part of the episode, after the episode was over, I want to help my grandmother set the table because I had that song stuck in my head. It's too cute. And I love how making, and this is good for kids because making up songs can help them remember things, you know? Because kids, they love to sing. Making up a song to help them with simple directions is a great way to help children remember directions. And yes, I will sing it. I know y'all want me to sing it. Napkin first, then fork, knife, spoon. Set it right, you'll eat real soon. Again, love it. I love it. I love it. And as I was sitting at the table with my grandmother, that song was just playing in my head. I kept on humming the song. I couldn't help it. And then we have to help out Dima because she set up one of the silverware wrong. And I love it when Mr. Cooper he's like, "Excuse me." Dean was like, "We have a question from our audience," and he said it's time. He said it's time for lunch, and then we have our lunch joke. And Nani, he got a apple and a roast leaf sandwich. And then we have a Molly and Gil segment. Gil, he's raking up a leaf pile. And there's this thing where wherever the leaf pile gets messed up, there's just specifically one red leaf that falls into his hair. I just love that detail. I remember vividly. Just remember it vividly as a kid. It's just so funny. It's basically like that leaf saying, "I am the chosen one." That's what I just kept on getting that vibe, and I still kind of do now. But Bubble Puppy, he jumped into it first, and yeah. And then Dima, I don't know how, but she managed to pop up behind the tree. Dima can pop up at any place, to be honest. And she invites them into the classroom because they're getting ready for the fall harvest. And we have Gobi and Gil. They're both playing pirates, and they have little like balloons, orange balloons, pretending that they're pumpkins. And they're talking in the traditional pirate voice. And then Gobi's saying, "There's a giant pumpkin on the table, and who do you think that giant pumpkin is?" He's saying, "This big pumpkin will be perfect for turning into a great big pumpkin pie." And then, of course, it's Mr. Grouper, and he's like, "Oh no!" And Molly's like, "Yeah, delicious." And he's able to swim away. And then Gobi's like, "Ah, come back here, pumpkin." That scene made me laugh as a kid. I just love it. It's cute. And then Una and Nani, they're just doing like little crafty fall activities. And Nani is doing something that I absolutely loved doing back in daycare. Tracing your hand to make a little turkey. That was my absolute everything. And I still remember doing that in middle school. I don't care if it was kiddish. I don't care. I love doing it. And Una, she was making a picture of a squirrel. And then Nani explains that in the fall, squirrels collect nuts for the winter so that they can have something to eat. And Dima was saying, "So they can party all winter long." I love Dima. And then there's our outside segment, and then we have Nani and Una being squirrels. For some reason, when I was a kid, I hid from the scene. I don't know why. Maybe it was something I just didn't feel comfortable them as squirrels. But looking at them now, they're so adorable. I don't know what kid me was thinking. I was like, I don't like it. I just hid under a blanket for most of the story segment. I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know why. But then there's they have to look out for a party squirrel and collecting nuts. And this is actually one of the few times in the stories where it isn't Dima. Like, imagine if Dima was in this story and she had enough of party squirrel. Baby, she would have been going on in. She would have been going in. She would have been giving her a piece of her mind. But there was this part of the story where Una and Nani, they just had enough. They're all angry and they're just like walking away. Like, "I cannot stand this dude. Let's just walk away. Let's just walk away." And this one point, Nani makes up a joke where he's like, Una asks, "What do we do now?" when party squirrels distracting them. He's like, make like a tree and leaf. And Una's like, "Makes sense to me." And then I also like the moral of the story, work comes before play. If you get all your work done, you'll be able to have all the fun you want later, which I like that. And and I really like how Party Squirrel, though it may be kind of harsh, he learned the hard way when he was shivering and cold. I mean, to be honest, sometimes kids gotta learn the hard way. If they don't do what they have to do, they're gonna have to learn the hard way. It's the way life goes. So I totally get it. And when I was younger, he kind of annoyed me, but now I'm older, he kind of still annoys me now. But let's be honest. If it wasn't for Chris Phillips, I wouldn't still have a bit of a chuckle here and there. And I like what he says at the end. He's like, working hard is kind of fun, but we can party when we're done. Which I do sing that to myself sometimes, when I'm doing something hard and I just like remember what he said, like, I just gotta get this hard work done. I can probably make it fun, and then later I can play. Which I like that. And then we have our dance song, the Rake 'em Up dance. The Rake 'em Up dance, that's what they said in the song. It's a pretty catchy song. Once again, Gil coming in good with the vocals. I already praised him a lot for last episode's vocals. Immaculate. Sadly, nobody gets a solo. By George Una. Your solo from last episode's dance song will always be in my heart. Always. And then we have another Molly and Gil segment. This time, Gil is using a leaf blower to blow up the leaves. And he's willing to try and jump in it again, but Bubble Puppy accidentally presses the button to turn the leaf blower on, and it blows all the leaves away except for the one red leaf that lands on his head again. And here I have one little nitpick here. When Una says, "Hey Molly," Gil's there too, so she could have just said like, "Hey Molly, hey Gil," or like she's also known for saying, "Hey you guys." So why did it just have to be Molly? Gil's here too. But that's just a little nitpick. No, I'm not throwing shit at Una, but like they could have either say both of their names or just say, "Hey you guys," because she says that sometimes. Just my little nitpick there. And then we have our field trip segment. They're finally off to the pumpkin patch, but then they notice all their pumpkins are gone. But then they see Giblet again, and but luckily Dima is able to translate for them. Now I want you to remember something. Dima says that she can speak Turkey, which that probably could mean that she can also talk to other birds. Remember that for season 6. Really remember that, okay? Listen to what I'm saying. She could probably not just talk to turkeys, but other birds too. Please remember that for season 6. If you guys know, you know. But anyway, she says that she's able to translate that Giblet wants them to come with them. And she's able to and they're all able to go in this little wagon, and at first she's like, you're the bird to the wagon, let's go. And she literally gets left behind. You didn't, girl, go with them. She's able to swim up and catch up to them. Oh my goodness. Dima, my girl, you're full of surprises. And they were able to go through like this little fun ride. I mean, like, honestly, to be honest, I'll pick this over a hayride any day. Like they're seeing all over the farm, different farmers picking apple trees, one farmer on a tractor, and then we have a little bit of danger where like Giblet is going over the edge with them, and they fall in the water, but luckily the thing is able to keep afloat, and we see Giblet fly a bit. Now I was about to say that, wait a minute. Can turkeys fly? And actually, they can. Wild turkeys can. I was about to say, wait a minute, they got something wrong. I don't think turkeys can fly. Like penguins. Penguins can't fly. But wild turkeys specifically, they can fly. So, yeah. And then, we see the pirate lobster captain again, and he jokes saying, that was some fall. And they're all able to go onto his ship, and then Gil asks about the pumpkins. They try to go back, but they were all gone. And then he explains that it's because him and his crew used them to make pumpkin pie. And then they're all swinging, they're all cheering like, pumpkin pie! which, I mean, pumpkin pie on a pirate ship. What could be better? And then he says, we have a little bit of like a almost like a creepy moment where he says, there's only one thing that's better than eating pumpkin pie. And then Giblet's mouth, he's like, it's open wide. Like, I want to say that it was about to be like a joke that also eating turkey, and Giblet's also a turkey. Oh boy. But luckily that's not the answer that we get. Thank God that isn't. He said the much better thing than that is eating pumpkin pie with friends, which I would pick friends than killing an animal any day. Let me tell you that. And then they all sit down and eat pumpkin pie, which I'm pretty sure must have been delicious, and I wish I was on that ship with them. I really do. And then Molly and Gil, Lost Molly and Gil segment, he said, they're all saying that they're both saying the pumpkin pie was really delicious, but Gil's still consoling that he still didn't get to jump in a leaf pile. But then, honestly, this has to be the most happiest ending for Gil in the season. Nothing bad happens to him at all. This has to be one of the best Molly and Gil segments in this season, mainly for Gil, because nothing bad happens to him. He finally gets his happy ending. I mean, sure, sometimes he's seen laughing and stuff, but honestly, this is a true happy ending for Gil. Because Molly surprises him with his own leaf pile, and at first she says, "Go ahead, jump in it." But then the pirate lobster captain and his crew, they all decided to have their turn first. And I know that Molly didn't plan this. I know she didn't invite them. But luckily, there's still enough leaves left for Gil to jump into. And also Molly as well. And once again, the red leaf on his head. And so Gil finally got a happy ending. Nothing bad happened to him. Even though his leaf pile jump kind of got a bit messed up, he still got his leaf pile in the end, which I'm very happy for. No little fish, no nothing. Nobody messed it up for him. So if you had to ask me, Gil got a true happy ending here. Nothing bad happened to him, which is about time. Justice for my boy. He deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it. He deserved it. So overall, I really love this episode. Like I said before, I remember watching when it first aired, and I hold sentimental value over it, and I absolutely love watching it during the fall season. So this episode, thankfully, see what I did there? Thankfully, I'm thankful to give this episode a 10. It's a 10. And because it was a really good episode. And I hope you guys watch this episode during the fall season too. Because if you don't, that's fine. But if you do, I'm happy because it's a perfect episode to play during during this time of year. Well, I mean, not this time of year because it's summer. I'm literally posting this in the summer. But I mean, when it's that time of year. So yeah. And speaking of holidays, we have another holiday special coming up. I know, crazy. It's crazy how we go from automatically Thanksgiving to Christmas. Because season 3 knew what they were doing. But anyway, and like I said before, it'll still be posted in July. So, like I said, I can finally say it. Christmas in July. So, tune in with me next time as we'll be reviewing our second holiday special in the season. Season 3, episode 20, A Very Guppy Christmas. Also, this is our second Christmas special in the series. See you all next time.